There's a lot of games to pick from yesterday. There was no really like outstanding like super close game. Maybe the yeah, there was no really like overtime game, but we're gonna rack to this Hornets Warriors game just for 1 second. I'm gonna talk about the teams. You guys already know how it goes. Like, sub, all that type of stuff, all that good stuff. Anyway, uh, I've been saying this for like probably I want to say since LaMelo came into the league, but maybe like a year now. I think Bridges is the best player on this Hornets team, and then I'd put LaMelo right under that. Like Bridges is so good. He's an all-star, all-NBA type player. He came out tonight, put up 25 in the first half, and Jordan Poole, or he had 22, and then Jordan Poole had 21, and then he came out balling his ass off, and then second quarter or second half they just fell apart. And when I was watching this game, I was thinking in my head like, damn, this Warriors team is really scary. Like they have a squad throughout their whole team, and they don't even have Clay back. Like they were off the first quarter, and they were only down 4 points at half or something like that. And I was thinking about it. I was talking about it with my buddy. I'm like, yo, this Warriors team is scary because if Curry has an off night, then Poole is like emerging into like an offensive superstar. And then last night, Gary Payton the second looked really good defensively. Wiggins had an off night, so Poole carried. If Poole has an off night, then Wiggins can put up 20. You know what I mean? Like they just have a lot of options on their team, and they still don't even have Clay back. So that's something that's pretty scary to me. In the Western Conference, I think the Warriors have a good chance to win the chip. As That's just me. Oh my God, that was nasty. When I watched that live, I'm so happy for a guy like Gary Payton the second. Because if you think about it, 3 years ago, he went to college for 4 years. He actually redshirted, or not redshirt, but he was on the practice squad. It's not football, but he didn't play his first year, and then he played the next four. So he was actually at college for 5. And he was one of those players that had a really good college, but like they didn't think his game was going to result to the NBA. So for 3 years, he like bounced around the G League, D League, and now he's like find his niche here. But yeah, this team looks scary for sure. I think that they could go to the conference finals. I probably have them as one of my favorite in the West right now, to be honest. Especially if Clay comes back. I think if Clay comes back, this is a championship team. People forget that this Warriors team without Durant was still a championship team. A team that was extremely competitive in the West for what, 6 years? Damian Lee's been balling. I saw this graphic and it was like Desmond Bain, Miles Bridges, Damian Lee, Harrison Barnes, they've all upped their points per game like over 8.5 or something like that. I like a success story, you know what I mean? Like these players, a lot of them don't have everything that they need from the beginning like Zion or Ben Simmons, and they don't work hard. Like these dudes work their ass off. That boy Bridges, I heard Bridges got up 1,000 shots, 1,000 makes every day since the off season. And like that may not sound like a lot, but just getting reps in the gym really does help you out. And Hayward looked good. I think he had 24. Poole's nasty. Nema Bellolita, I don't know how to say his name. He's a great passer. I've noticed that the more and more we watch the Warriors, he's a great passer. LaMelo had a really bad game. I think he had like 12 points. Even Draymond looked good. Bucket. And I think Curry only had like 6 in the first half. See the Hornets, what, they're down 1. And they played bad. The Warriors played bad and they were still down 1. Rozier had a bad game too. Bridges really carried the offense. Plumlee played pretty good as well. I can see this Hornets team, like I said, being a 4 or 5 squad. Do I see them being better than Miami or Milwaukee or the Heat? Because those are my top 3. I like Miami, Milwaukee, and the Bucks, and then I like the Nets. Oh no, wait, I'm tripping. I said Miami, Milwaukee, the Bucks. I like Miami, Chicago, and Milwaukee. Those are probably my 3 favorite in the East. Without Kyrie, I don't think the Nets can win a chip. That's just me. You guys let me know what you think about that, but I think without Kyrie, they can't win a chip. I like that they kept one of the Martin brothers. I think I said that in the last video. PJ. Yeah, in the end of the 3rd quarter, I don't know if you guys remember, but like 3 years ago, that Warriors team was so dynamic in the 3rd quarter. They were like outscoring opponents by 15 points per game or something like that, just in the 3rd. So I think that's kind of what happened this game. And then the Hornets did make a good effort and try to come back, but it was a lot too late. Fuck it. And this is where they made a run, and I think they cut it down to 5 or 7, but it was too late. Fuck it. And then they called a timeout, yeah. See, 30, 11 for 19, and 5 rebounds. Shout out Bridges, bro. I love to hear a good success story. Bucket. Poole is disgusting. I think Poole can win Most Improved, because I already thought Bridges was a all-star caliber player. I guess they don't really look at it like who they think was already out. They just give it to whose numbers are drastically better. I guess they could give it to Poole or Hero at this point, or Bridges, or Barnes is averaging like 24 and 1. This was like as close as they could cut it to, like 7, and then Curry started going crazy. I think Curry's going for MVP this year. Too big. Too big. But yeah, there's no really general comments about this game except for the fact that the Warriors are elite. And then it was kind of over at this point. Shout out Poole though. Shout out Bridges, like I said. They wanted a goaltend on that. Shout out Gary Payton. If you guys know anything like about basketball, you love a little underdog story. Good take, LaMelo. Anyway, what I want you guys to let me know in the comments, you guys have been running up these videos, which I appreciate. But what I want you guys to let me know in the comments is this Warrior team a championship team? And how far do you think the Hornets are going to go? If he would have knocked that down. See, Peyton just does all the little things. You wanna be watching this video and you wanna know what an NBA player is that may not be the most skilled is Gary Payton. Like, he just works his ass off to get to where he is, and now he's gonna get a bag. He's gonna make more money than he ever could have thought of. Probably like 10 mil a year. Good take. And that was a game at that point. LaMelo was off all game. And then they just gave up. And won, Draymond. Don't flex, boy. You had 5 points, 6 turnovers, 8 personal fouls. Anyway, shout out all those people. Shout out the Warriors, bro. High key. They're back to full form, it looks like. As we always say, love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Like, comment, sub.